All right, folks, here we are, the day after the Edison Club Golf Marathon. It was a eventful and spectacular day. We played a lot of golf. We raised a lot of money, and I had fun. You had fun?
I had a lot of fun right about the time I stopped. Up till then, it was touch and go.
It was touch and go. How you feel?
I don't feel good.
You don't feel? I don't either, so I'm not surprised.
There's not anything that doesn't hurt.
So.
How about the bugs? Did you get the bugs?
I didn't get the bugs.
We got the bugs. We got the bugs in the fast cart they're still coming out of my eyes.
We got to talk to Jeff about getting rid of some bugs.
We had the bugs. Bug swarms.
So I know the big question we've been asked today is how much money did we raise and who won? Well, we'll start with who won. So I can overcome a lot of things. Can overcome Lyme disease. We can overcome less than stellar budget. We can overcome a lot of things here. A 6-hour head start. I can't overcome that. So we'll put this in the books with the Red Sox and the Yankees, and we'll put this in the books with Secretariat, because Craig McLean started at 12:01 a.m. on September 9th by himself in a lighted cart in the dark. By the time I showed up at 6 a.m., how many holes did you have in, Craig, do you think?
72.
It's 72 holes in by the time I showed up. So when I teed off, I was minus 72. The final numbers were Brad Gardner, 336 holes of golf played, and Craig McLean, 366 holes played, for a total of 702 holes by the Edison Club Golf Professionals. Now, it was a little disheartening to show up and be down 72 to start. But any guy that's going to show up on 30 minutes sleep?
Oh, unfortunately, we didn't get to sleep because I was too nervous.
So no sleep, starts in the dark by himself and plays for 6 hours before the sunlight comes. I can't be upset about that, Craig. That's nuts. That is incredible, and I thank you for putting that much time and effort into the folds of honor, and I'm sure the families that are going to get this money are very appreciative of it as well. So for those of you that donated per hole, since Craig played more holes than I did, we are going to use Craig's number of 366. Luckily, we didn't have anybody, well, luckily for you, we didn't have anybody really go more than $2 a hole, so we didn't kill any pocketbooks. What were you thinking, Craig, at 12:05 on the first tee shot?
Well, one correction is I wasn't alone. I had my friend Jerry with me, and he drove the cart, and I'm not sure how much of a head start we had, because it took us an hour and 10 minutes to play the first 9 that we played, and I know Brad can attest to later on in the day we were ripping them off between 27 and 32 minutes at 9, pretty steady, and I know I never stopped. And Brad stopped for, which is another reason, because they did a nice ceremony, and so he had a little time thing to overcome, but I'm not sure whether the stopping or the sleeping till 6 really put him behind, because I'm not sure the 5 hours out there in the dark looking for golf balls, essentially. Because if I hit a fairway overnight, I'm not sure which one it was, because I don't think I did. And I went through 3 dozen balls, and I played it right. I played provisionals, I played balls. You could see the scores up on the thing. I had 13s and 12s and 10s and every other number. So I'm not sure it was really worth it all, but I will say that I assumed, and this is why this is why I did the turtle and the hare thing, because I knew before we ever started what was gonna happen. I knew in June what was gonna happen, because it took me from June to kind of prepare for this between doing some different things. But had he caught up, because I kind of thought he'd catch up by the time we got done, I wasn't stopping, because I was prepared to go to the next night at 12. Thank God he didn't catch up in that time. I did, and I certainly had a lot of help from Jeff Madison, who fixed the cart, and at the Edison Club, if 2 people know something, 100 people know it. So we had to have a very close-knit circle of trust.
Jeff is a very good secret keeper.
And so we had about 40,000 lumens on the front of the cart, and I had 2 4,000 lumen flashlights, and I had a headlamp that was 600 lumens, and if I could find a golf ball in less than 5 minutes, it was a miracle. So I don't know, I'm not sure how much the 5 hours helped me or hurt me.
Well, I tell you what, when it was come to the end of the night, about 7:30, so you really couldn't see it anymore, I came up the 18th hole, and I saw Craig. I saw Craig's whole crew and rig out there by the flagpole, and I pulled up, and he was going to be done. He was at 366. At the time, I was at 327. And I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna take your cart, and I'm gonna get some more lights, and I'm gonna go play another 9 so we can get over 700 holes. And we finished that 9 in like 25 minutes. And I was super close, and I knew you were gone, and I knew you wouldn't stop if I was still here. I was super close to saying, guys, come on, let's go play 36 more. We'll beat the old man. But anybody that puts that amount of effort into it, I couldn't do it to him. I couldn't do it to him. And then frankly, I don't know how you kept going, man. It was tough. It was tough. Things got tough probably around hole 160, 170 for me. So to power through to 336 and the 366, I think, is a pretty incredible feat. As far as the dollar amount raised, so we had a bunch of different spots where you could donate, a bunch of different ways you could get money to the Folds of Honor, and I am incredibly proud to announce that our final number was $52,775. $52,775.
Did you go in the shop after your lesson?
Yeah, but I didn't see anything else.
Well, just to give you an idea of the kind of support that we get from the membership here, while Brad was giving a lesson, a member came in and gave me a nice present of some Voodoo pain cream. He told me to share it with Brad, and so if I haven't used the entire thing in the next 10 minutes, then I might let Brad have some, but I think the chance of that is slim. But just to give you a sense of that, he left a check for $1,000. So add another 1,000.
We've had some incredibly generous donations from our members. We were able to get a good deal of donations from outside the membership this year, which was great. We haven't had that in the past. So I think we're going to continue to grow this event. We're going to continue to add layers to it. I don't know if I'll be able to talk Craig into playing again next year, but we're going to see if we can get some other pros in the area involved in it. My goal in the next 5 years is to be able to annually raise $250,000. Sometime in the next 5 years, hopefully we can get there as a section. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the support and donations that you've given to us. Is overwhelming. The culture of this club, every time we turned, I don't think it was probably the same for you, every time we turned through cheers and encouragement, employees offering to bring us food, to bring us drinks, full support from the entire membership, the entire staff. The culture at this club is something that I've never seen before, and I don't think it can be rivaled. So thank you all. Thank you for the donations. We look forward to doing this again next year. Maybe not Craig, but I look forward to it. So again, thank you. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you around the club.